Hello everyone, my name is Lena and welcome to my channel. I'm an online teacher and on my channel I like to talk about building your online teaching career. So if it's companies that you want to hear about as an online teacher, I talk about those on my channel. Or if it's tips about how to teach online or what to do as an online teacher, or things that can help build your brand as an online teacher. I talk about all those things on my channel. So if you're interested in those things, please don't let this be the last time you visit. And in this video, I do want to talk about what's been happening what's been happening in China that affects us as online teachers. So before I get into this video, though, let me just draw your attention to my description box. I do have some things down there that could help you as an online teacher. I have been building this comprehensive guide to online teaching companies. So that where you can find that is found in my description box, along with tips to help you get started teaching online. I do have some tips that I've created, this whole game plan for those of you who are just starting out, and just other things help you with your online teaching journey. So if you go ahead and check out my description box, you could find some things that can help you. So many of you probably have already heard, this is not new information, but some new things have been happening. But just to kind of go over it, China has been making changes to the rules that they have for their children in China. And they've done this before. This is not the first time they've done this. That affects us as online teachers. Like the first time they cut out the time that you can actually take classes in China. They stopped it at 9 o'clock. They said after 9 o'clock you cannot take any more classes. So for teachers, that cut out a whole hour of teaching for us. And so if you didn't have another company that taught to students outside of China, then you lost an hour of teaching. So yeah, that happened before, and now they're starting to say that they are going to stop online teaching and offline teaching, tutoring, I should say, tutoring on the weekends and during the summer holidays and during the winter holidays. They're going to stop. They want to stop those, teaching during those times, and they're going to stop it in certain regions first, and then they will move across the whole country. But they're going to start in Beijing and in Shanghai and Jiangsu. Probably saying that wrong. But yeah, they want to start there, and then they're going to go to other parts of the country. So they want to do this because the leaders in China believe that the schools are more responsible for educating their children and not for outside educators. So that's what they want to focus on. And what brought them to actually starting to want to do this in the first place was that, we're very familiar with how children in China they just have a lot on their plates, right? They are, if you talk to these students in China, they have a lot of extracurricular activities. They have a lot of homework that they're doing. And on top of that, their parents are giving them more homework so that they can be even more ahead of the kids in their class. Or, I mean, it's not an unheard of thing. I mean, parents often do this for their children, give them extracurricular activities and all, but I guess in China it is to another level. And what's happening is it's raising the prices for the cost of, raising a family in China, and that is actually diminishing their birth rate. So because they're seeing such a poor birth rate in China right now, they're trying to boost it up, obviously, because they're having problems with they're actually being able to support an increasing elderly population. So they're looking, into the future, and they're realizing they need to boost their birth rate. So in order to do that, they want to lower the costs for raising a family. And one of the ways is to cut out some of this online tutoring that is costing their parents a lot of money. So that's why they want to do it. And they actually, in my reading, they actually had this term that they used in China, it's called chicken baby. And it's not necessarily what they would say, they say in their language, but it's a popular term that they're actually using. And it refers to, anxious parents pumping energy boosting chicken blood into their children by loading them up with extracurricular activities. So this is actually, what's happening. That's how they refer to it in China. And so that's why they're having these changes. And the most recent thing that's happening is that they are now they want to make the whole sector go non-profit. So China considers turning tutoring companies into non-profits. So that's the latest news, and it's not looking good. So yes, this is going to, looks like it's going to affect online teachers who are working for companies that teach to children in China. So, what are we going to do about this? What can we do as teachers? We need to prepare ourselves for something that like this happening. So, it's kind of obvious that we need to, find more companies to work for. I talk about this, other online teachers, if you listen to other online teachers, they talk about, having multiple streams, multiple companies, not putting all of your eggs in one basket. You need to make sure that you have backup companies. So again, I talked about my comprehensive online teaching guide. That is something that could help you to, find another backup company so that, and if changes are made, you have a backup plan. So finding another company, and then also trying to tutor independently. I've made a video about this. I'll link it here for you so that you can, if you're interested, you can look at it, but I give you some tips on how you can start teaching independently. Yes, all these things take time to build up, but we need to start building now because it looks like changes are coming. And I didn't see exactly when these changes were going to start. I was trying to look for that, but if anyone knows, if you're watching and if you have that information, please share it in the comments so it can help all of us to know when we can expect this. So yes, we need to prepare ourselves as teachers. We need to find companies that work for us. And in my next video, I do want to talk about different companies that we can choose to work for that are teaching to kids outside of China. So if you're interested in hearing about that, then please watch out for my next video. But thanks for watching, and I will see you in another video. Bye.